Most people look at a sandblaster and imagine a massive, industrial setup that takes up half the garage. But then you come across something like this little blue gravity-feed gun from NEIKO, and it makes you wonder if you've been overcomplicating things. It is surprisingly compact, and honestly, the first thing you notice is how light it feels. It doesn't have that heavy, clunky build that makes your wrist ache after 10 minutes of work, which is a huge plus if you're tackling a long project like stripping paint off an old metal chair or cleaning up some stubborn rust on a garden gate. Now, here is the reality of using a tool this size. It runs on compressed air, and you are going to want a decent compressor to keep it happy. It asks for about 90 psi to really get moving, and it drinks up air at around 7 SCFM. If you have a tiny pancake compressor, you might find yourself waiting for the tank to catch up more often than you'd like. But when it has the pressure it needs, it actually packs a punch. The 5mm nozzle does a solid job of covering ground, and because it is a gravity-feed system, you aren't fighting with a heavy hose dragging behind you. What is cool about this thing is the versatility with the media. You aren't just stuck with one type of sand. Whether you are using aluminum oxide for the tough stuff, or something gentler like baking soda for delicate cleaning, it handles the swap pretty well. It is surprisingly handy for those odd jobs, like etching glass or getting into the nooks and crannies of tile grout where a brush just won't reach. However, it is not all perfect. Because the hopper is mounted right on top, you will be refilling it fairly often if you have a large surface area to cover. It is a trade-off for the portability, but it is something to keep in mind. Also, keep in mind that this is a handheld tool, so it is not going to replace a professional blast cabinet for heavy-duty industrial work. It is meant for the home shop, the weekend warrior, and the quick fix. If you go in expecting it to strip a whole car frame in an afternoon, you might be disappointed, but for smaller restoration projects or cleaning up rusted hardware, it is a surprisingly capable little companion. It is simple, it is straightforward, and it gets the job done without needing a degree in engineering to figure out. If you have a compressor sitting in the corner and a pile of rusty parts waiting for some attention, this is a pretty easy way to get started without breaking the bank.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.